Hello, I'm Matthew from Ludovox, and today I'm going to give you an overview of a prototype. So this is called Steamrollers. It's a game for 1 to 5 players, ages 13 and up, and plays for around 30 minutes. This is a game in which you are a railroad tycoon, and basically you want to expand your empire on the far west. So as you can see, we all have player sheets, and we're going to draw on them. So I started playing, and you can see that I drew some railroads very badly and poorly, but you know, this is my drawing skill. The goal of the game is to get as many victory points as possible, and you're going to get them by shipping goods from a place to another. And you have to meet certain requirements, such as going to the destinations. For example, this yellow good has to go to the yellow city here. And we're going to do all of that through a selection of actions, which is driven by dice. So the first player rolls the dice, and every player is going to select one numbered die, and this die, is about the terrain, about expanding your railroad. So let me explain how this works. We are 3 players here, and we have 4 dice. This is normal. We need 1 more die than the number of players. And then I can choose a die to perform 1 out of 4 actions. The first action I can perform would be expanding my railroad. So I'm going to select a die and obey the rule that I have. I have 2 terrains, 2 ways of drawing that I have to use, either one or the other. So for example, if I draw this 3 here, I will be able to build in this sector. So for example, I could draw a very slight bend or a hard bend. And I'm probably going to do this because this suits me well. So I'm going to draw my railroad, and this is the end of my action. This die is not available for choosing anymore, and the next player can play. With the die, I can also improve my engine, my steam engine. So for example, if I choose the 6th die, I can darken the slot here, and what that means is I'm going to be able to ship further. The darkest my engine gets, the further I can ship, and the most victory points I will get eventually. The third action is delivery. So delivery is very simple. You need to get the goods from a city to another city of the required color. So for example, this blue good has to go there, this green good has to go there, blah, blah, blah. You get the drift. So for example, in this case, I'm going to have to choose a city from which to ship. So let's imagine that I'm going to ship from this city, so it's 4. So I'm going to use the 4 die, and then I'm going to ship a good. So the only option I have is here to ship green. And fortunately, I have a green good here. So I can take the good, say, okay, 1, 2. My engine power is higher than 2. I can totally do that. So 1, 2. I put the cube back in the bag, and then I score 2 victory points because I did 2 stops. So I'm just crossing the victory points out here. And that's it. I've scored my points, I've performed my action. This delivery and removing of the resources is very important because it's the crux of the tempo of the game. You're going to end the game when 3 cities are depleted. So you want to do that as soon as possible, or if you manage to score a lot of points, you don't want to deplete the cities, basically. The 4th action you can take is using a die to take the corresponding tile. So these power tiles are going to give you special power. 3 of them are 1 use only, so when you use them, you return them here. And 3 of them with the infinity symbol, they are permanent and give you a permanent bonus. When you take a tile, you place it sideways because it cannot be stolen from you. Before you select your next die, you're going to flip it on the right side, and this is going to tell people that you may use that tile when you want, and it's also stealable from you if you still have it. So for example, if I take this one, it allows me to ignore this die and to draw any type of terrain. And if someone wants that tile, has a 6, and says, hey, I want to take an action tile, I'm going to take that 6. That player can take the action tile and place it sideways so that it cannot be stolen this turn again. So the game is going to end when 3 cities or more are depleted of their resources, and in this case you're going to score points and to count the scores. So you get points for delivery. You also get points for your blade road connections, so you're going to get points for every city you link, plus some villages inside, so it's going to give you bonus. Additionally, you get points for having a great engine, and sometimes you get bonuses and maluses for the action tiles you still have. If you total that up, you're going to have a final score, and that final score is going to tell you if you win, if you have the highest, or if you lose. So the game is very replayable because all of the tiles have different, almost all of the tiles have different actions and bonuses, but you also have different things. So you have different modules, optional modules. This is a delivery module, which is going to give you more points if you fulfill the demand on this. So they are double-sided, and you can just exchange them and get as many as possible. And you can also have obstacles such as these ones. So for example, you can have different obstacles, and it's going to change the layout of the different terrains. And you have even a hard mode, which is very difficult, and it's going to affect how you place your railroads. So now you know almost everything there is to know about Steamrollers, this game in which you're going to have a hard time placing your railroads on your sheet. Now go ahead and play.